mystery juror, B37, says Trayvon could have avoided the confrontation had he simply gone home, implying the teenager bears some responsibility for his own death. Let's debate it, starting with our other very special and exclusive guest, Tashina Arnold from the hit TV show Martin. We're going to get to her in a second, but we will start with the one and only Wendy Murphy, always front and center.
You know, Jane, I think she was inartful in what she was saying. It's not Trayvon's job to go home, but it is fair to say that had he gone home, he probably wouldn't have ended up dead. What I wish she would have said is that because he stayed, because he was angry, because he acted on that anger and became violent toward George Zimmerman, the law allows George Zimmerman to kill in self-defense. I think she should have framed it as that he died because he became very violent, not he died because he didn't go home. I think that's just ridiculous.
Omarosa, Manigot, but we always call you Omarosa. We all know you as the star of Celebrity Apprentice, and you are a celebrity in your own right, but you're also the victim of a horrific crime. Your precious brother murdered. We can't get into that case in depth, except to say that you know what it's like to lose a loved one. What do you make of this juror, B37? And there is your brother, and my heart goes out to you. My condolences, Omarosa. What do you make of this juror, B37, saying that dead teen Trayvon Martin bears some responsibility for his own death?
I think it's absolutely despicable for her to speak out in such a way without being informed, one, and two, by blaming the victim for what ultimately happened to him. I mean, I listened to her and I got sickened to my stomach because she really didn't understand the intricacies of the case or understand how people in the public were feeling. High emotions, high drama, and people really responded very negatively to everything that she said, Jane.
Frank Taffy, former neighbor of George Zimmerman and friend and supporter. Your reaction to what B37 said, Trayvon Martin being responsible to a certain degree for his own death?
I concur with her. That was Mark O'Mara's contention from the beginning, that Trayvon Martin was responsible for his own death. And let's not forget the facts and the evidence in this case clearly showed that Trayvon was the aggressor, because as we know, George received those wounds on the back of his head clearly, unequivocally, based on the evidence. Trayvon Martin was the aggressor.
Tashina Arnold, thank you for joining us exclusively tonight. You are very well known from the TV show hit Martin. You are hearing this B37 say Trayvon Martin was responsible in part for his own death, that he was the aggressor. And she points to these injuries that we're seeing. You just heard Frank Taffy, a friend and supporter of George Zimmerman, saying basically yes. What say you?
What say I is a lot of stuff, Jane. You know where I come from. You know, I come from a place where this whole Trayvon Martin issue, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And enough is enough. You know, I've always been an activist in the sense of the media, social media outlet. I say what I feel and I mean what I say, and I mean what I type. There was no reason for George Zimmerman to get out of his car. So this should not, we should not even be here. Excuse me, I'm speaking. We should not even be here today. Had George Zimmerman not gotten out of his car. He should have gotten, when he got out the car, he changed the whole scope of things. And you know that there is a careful balance. With this stand your ground law, and I keep telling everybody, you have to be mindful of midterm elections. You have to be mindful of, it's okay, you don't have to be in politics, but pay attention. You don't have to be a politician, but pay attention to these laws that are not conducive to your life. These laws, we just, you know, this stand your ground law just really woke a lot of people up. It woke me up as a mother. It woke me up as an African American mother. It woke me up.
Jane, can I address
and I'm
that,
fired
please?
up.